everybody, Jeff from Jim's Holiest of Coleus. Hope everybody had a great Easter. You can see things are starting to really full bloom. I'm waiting on my neighbor's magnolia tree to drop all the leaves. And once they're dropped, then I'm gonna have my landscaper come in and do their magic. And before we know it, we'll have a beautiful, beautiful garden, rich with black cedar mulch. Love the smell. Great stuff. Not to get off the beaten track, but again, if you're going to plant coleus in the ground and you're using cedar mulch, the cedar in the mulch is actually poisonous to your coleus. So just a little side note, real quick, don't want to get off the beaten track, but we're going to check and see how our coleus are doing. We got a couple of cool nights coming through here in the 30s, and then the rest of the month looks like we're starting to get into the 40s, upper 50s and so forth. I'm planning on making my move out to the greenhouse shortly. Greenhouse nice and clean. I got a nice new floor. Depends on the what kind of spring we have. So all right, so let's go inside, check on the coleus. Everything looks really, really great. I'm doing an Earth Day here in Point Pleasant Borough, New Jersey, April 25th. You can hear a C-130 coming in off the ocean. In case you're wondering what the noise is, we get these over our house all day long. Okay, so for a change, I actually put the shade down in the back to keep the backwash out. Hopefully it'll clear things up a little bit. But here's the big picture. And again, I go through this every year. And I'm lucky my wife puts up with this. She doesn't mind. It's a nice bay window, perfect for this. But after it's about a month, I think, we put up with this. And then I'm looking forward to getting them out into the greenhouse and getting our home back to normal. Again, I've been doing this for over 10 years. So, but we can see here, now I'm not bringing everything here to the Earth Day. I'm still organizing, but I'm going to be bringing a lot of the larger ones. So I've been setting up the trays, bringing these larger plants to the Earth Day. The only problem with the Earth Day, because it's relatively early in the spring, at the end of April, it's hit or miss with the location. Sometimes it could be very raw and windy, and that can really wreak havoc on younger coleus. So I'm going to try to bring the strongest, most mature coleus that I have there. And if it's really windy, I may just bring a handful. But as you can see, they're doing just really fantastically. I have been trimming them, obviously, to make some room. And there's plenty of time, because once they get into the greenhouse, then the fuse is lit. They can only do so much here indoors with the grow lights and the sun and the indoor temperatures. But once we get them in the greenhouse, that's when the magic really happens. So we got plenty of time. Again, I've been doing this so many years now. I got a routine down. These palisadiums, these are dark. These are coleus, but they're very dark. Black purple, but they have a green hue. It's kind of neat when the sun hits them. I think first year I've grown them. But you can see we got lots and lots of. We have great varieties. There's some witch's brew. Got a few different. And again, the colors will start to come in as they get mature. I made up a whole bunch of these mini hanging baskets. I actually made those up yesterday, so they got some time. I might do a little bit of trimming. You got that undergrowth coming in. Very important to trim when you have that undergrowth coming in, especially, again, I primarily potted up them single, but I do have some doubles. But it's important to make some room. You argue these big leaves here. As long as you have that undergrowth coming in, trimming these big leaves here is going to stimulate that undergrowth. So I did trim some, but there's only so much time in the day for me to do this stuff. And once I get into the outdoors, it's much easier for me to do all that. But this is, again, my routine. You can see lots of fantastic color. Really excited. I have a good crop this year. Last year, it was kind of rough. Had a couple bad years. But look at that beautiful color. A lot of different varieties. And you can see I have more. I made up about 20 of these little mini hanging baskets. And in another 3 weeks, they're gonna fill out a little more. And I sell them for about $5 a piece. They're really small, tiny little things, but people really like them. They have the brown and white. And of course, we got more Coleus in the back. Some of these smaller Coleus, I have more Kong Reds in the back there, those little tiny ones. Those are going to be for the farmer's market I do in June, July, August. And of course, I have some poblano peppers. That's going to be for the Earth Day. Hopefully, I can sell all those. And some more Coleus down there. Of course, I have rootings. These I want to pot up. Ruby Road cuttings. You can see I trim that. Very important to trim. That's how you get that full growth coming in. You can see that's another rooting. I have a Witch's Brew rooting. That's going to go into a larger pot. I have quite a few rootings here. Quite a few. Here's a nice little mix here. Ruby Road, Orchard Road, and a La Rambla. There's the mother La Rambler, the mother Ruby Road, which I've taken numerous cuttings from, which is why it's not as full as it used to look. And the Orchard Road also. Now at this point, these have been in pots since last summer, late spring and summer. So these really need to be repotted. So we're buying our time. They're healthy. I'm feeding them, watering them, bringing them outside, getting them reacclimated to the outdoors. But at this point, the soil is just inundated with root. Just over the roots, just take over everything and just pretty much take all of the nutrients out of the soil. So when I pop this out, it'll pop right out very easily. And generally, when I know I'm going to pop it out, I'll hold off on watering for a few days. And it makes it so much easier to pop it right out. Otherwise, if you water it and then try to pop it out, you got a mess. So just keep that in mind. That's a little suggestion if you're popping out, you're going to be replanting. Hold off on the water a day or two, 2 days. If you're going to repot, it'll pop right out much easier. So got Kong Reds, all different variations, jitters, variations. There's some down here, the marble. And the main reason why I like to grow Coleus from seed is when you grow a lot of Coleus from seed, and when you're talking like 400 like me, you're going to get some variations. I mean, yeah, we all want pure Coleus. We want to grow Kong Reds and so forth, but it's fantastic to get that subtle variation. And you're going to get that when you grow a whole bunch. Here's a scarlet. And that's a traditional scarlet. But you may get some that are a little darker, purple, some more green. Here's another, this would be more of like an Empire. Empires are monsters. Monsters. These are fantastic, giant. If you want giant, hey, look at me. Just looking at these. Here's two I would put into a larger pot, or maybe three. Maybe throw one with some pink or dark color, depending on what you like. And these will grow into monsters. If you give these a big apartment, if you put them in a large pot and use good quality potting mixture, you're going to have yourself a fantastic Coleus. These things are really going to acclimate well. And you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to spend millions of dollars on worm castings. Good quality. If you're not really into the science of it and you want to just make it real simple, enjoy it, good quality Miracle Grow. You mix in some time-release fertilizer and just don't put them out too early. If you're planting these outside, harden them, and we're getting into hardening soon. And then look at where you live. Find out when your last frost date is. Mine in New Jersey, where we are by the coast, like May 6th, which is basically the last date that's pretty safe that you can expect that you won't get any frost. Is it a guarantee? No, but it's generally spot on, and I won't put any of my Coleus or plant anything outside until the last frost date.
A few moments later.
How do I take care of all of this? Again, when I take them outside, I gave them some trimming. I gave them a good watering. And then in between that, I rotate them around. Of course, that shade in the back will be up, so this thing gets flooded with light. I got the grow lights. They go off around 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. It's very important to let your coleus sleep. So if you're using grow lights off at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, let them have a good, just like you need sleep, you need darkness, and it does wonders for the health of the plant, especially these ones in here, even these here, germinations. This greenhouse here goes off at 8:30, 9 o'clock. Every few days I'll hit it with this water, the water can. So it's very easy to water all of these with this sprayer. So it's really a lifesaver. I used to have a metal one. It was just too heavy. It rusted. This plastic one is really good. And important if you're going to get these, whether it's this size or smaller, rinse it out every day. Don't let it sit in the sun because these are translucent. And if you let it sit in the sun, it's going to grow mold or mildew. I had that happen last year. Stupid me. So rinse it out or use all the water and rinse it out, let it air out, and then fill it when you know you're going to be watering. So we use that to water everything. I do move the trays back and forth from one side to the next, and that's especially when I bring them outside. So it sounds like a lot of work. It is. I get my steps in, that's for sure. And there you go. Just before we close, very important, air. I have this little fan. It's on low. And we're just letting a nice breeze go through here into the greenhouse, especially in here. We want some air movement. It's great for the plants. It also, and I don't have any insect problems, but if you do have insects, the ventilation kind of keeps the insects from finding a nice quiet home on the bottom. Although, like I said, I don't have any insect problems here. I do have some traps. I have these blue light traps in the back in case I do have any gnats. Last year I did have some gnats. This year, no. So things look pretty good. So stay tuned. More to come. The real fun starts when I get these out in the greenhouse, when I set up the table and the awning and start creating pots. You can see I have some pots here. I'm going to do a few of these for the farmers for the Earth Day coming up. So stay tuned. There's lots more to come here. We got plenty more to come here. Plenty more coleus. I mean, real exciting stuff here. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Fantastic. I'm really excited this year because the coleus are really fantastic. I mean, for all the years I've been doing this, I just get, you have your down years, and that happens for whatever reason. I didn't overdo it this year with too many varieties, but I'm really happy. I'm very happy with the health of the coleus. They all look really good. I think I lost one or two, which is pretty good, seeing the amount of coleus here. All right, so stay tuned. Any questions, comments, feel free. And yeah, I still have coleus seeds for sale. So head over to Jim's Holiest of Coleus Seeds on eBay. I have a surprise pack where you get a mix of who knows for $5.99. I have an Jim's Choice 8-pack on sale for $12.99, regularly $16. And I have a 12-pack. I don't have too many of those left. 12 packs for, I think they're regularly $19.99. I have them on sale for $15.99. So head over to Jim's Holiest of Coleus Seeds on eBay. Still time. You could plant your seeds right now and still have time, because once the warm weather comes and they've germinated and you get them into pots, the fuse is lit. So don't get discouraged if you want to grow them from seed and you think you're too late, because you're not. So, all right, thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned. More to come here. Jim's Holiest of Coleus. Take care.